word with you this morning as I'm going in, and this is something that God shared with me this morning that I believe is going to be helpful as we continue to go on. Last night, we had a podcast that was, probably one of the greatest conversations that I have had, talking about financial healing. If you did not get a chance to watch it, or you haven't listened to it yet, please go check it out so you can be able to be and hear that conversation, because it was so helpful. One of the things that came out of that conversation, it was talking about stewardship. And as it was talking about stewardship, it brought me to, in some sense, reminded me or pushed me, I guess, to my devotion this morning. In Matthew chapter 24, it's a dialogue that Jesus is having, starting in chapter 23, going all the way into even chapter 25, where he's talking to his disciples really about the end times. And he's talking to them about him returning and all of these different pieces. But in there is a verse of scripture in verses 45 and 46. It makes a reference to faithful and wise stewards. And it makes this statement that the people he says, basically, there are people that are going to, if you're not delaying or thinking that his coming is being delayed, then this is something that a wise and faithful servant would be looking like. They would steward their household well, and they will give their household or take care of their house, making sure that their house and everything that is in it, the people, the things, are that they will have meat in due season. This is what he's describing as a faithful and wise steward. But then he goes on and he says, so when the Lord comes back, when that Lord of that servant comes back, there is something that he's looking for. And if he sees that person actually doing the activity that he's responsible for, or that he's supposed to be stewarding over, it says then he blesses him with more. He gives him more. And so then he goes on and he does talk about the servant that basically doesn't think that he's coming, doesn't think that the Lord is coming. He puts off this context, and what he says is, in a nutshell, is he doesn't be wise with his stewardship. He's not wise with what has been given unto him. So he literally just blows things, treats people however he wants to treat them, and treats his relationships however he wants to treat them, and he just goes on and then finds himself being in pockets and places where he know he ain't supposed to, and connecting with people that he know does not help him to get him in the direction or the place that he needs to go into life. And so as I thought about this morning, the question that I asked to myself, and I asked even this morning to us, is, are we faithful and wise stewards over the things that we have right now, over our households as men? Are we faithful and wise stewards? Or are we just allowing things to grow as they may and do as they will, and we spend as we want? We don't take care of ourselves, nor are we stewarding over our homes or our relationships. Are we being faithful and wise stewards? So this morning, even with myself, I was meditating and examining areas of my life, and am I actually stewarding well? Even when it comes to my time, there's a situation where there's a lot of different things that are going on, and it's like, but are you stewarding your time well? Are you putting your time into the right things that's bringing the best results in your life? Are you stewarding? Are you a faithful and wise steward? At work, with your marriage, with me as a father, with me as a friend, with me as, entrepreneur doing the podcasting, but are you faithful and wise? Are you taking advantage? Are you making sure that you are stewarding over those things well? And so this morning, I urge you and push you a little bit to examine even your own and see, are you a faithful and wise steward? Because this is what it does say. It says that when the Lord of that servant, when he comes back, he's looking for that servant to be in the place working, doing what he actually requires and called of him to do. And so even with us, I want to make sure that when he returns, that we are in the posture, in the position where he can say, yeah, you're a faithful and wise steward over this. So because you are faithful and because you've been wise in this, I can give you more. Now, when I think of this context in our season right now, yes, the Lord is coming back and we understand that. But hey, love, I see you. But it's also this aspect of, I believe he comes back with opportunities. He comes back in opportunities. When an opportunity comes, will you be ready? Will you be faithful enough? Will you be stewarding enough the things that God has already given unto you, that when an opportunity comes into your life, you'll be ready to be able to handle that as well? Love you all. That's all I wanted to share with you this morning. I'm about to start my day, and I pray that your day is blessed. And I pray that on today, that you and I be faithful and wise stewards. Love you all, family. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.